Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. If you're looking to climb Descent of Dragons metagame and the ladder on a budget, then I can recommend a deck for you. Budget Galakrond Zoolock. It's simply a phenomenal deck to play. I actually played this for an evening and I had 72% win rate throughout that time. I was just winning opponents left and right with this. I really enjoy playing this deck. And it's really cheap as well. There are no epic cards, the only legendary card is Galakrond. The rest that everyone is given for free. You can also use your Shields of Galakrond, which were also given for free, so you get a couple of common slots. And the performance of the deck is just really great. It is a zoo deck, so you're trying to swarm the board with minions, you're trying to make some smart trades, you're trying to choose when to trade, when to go phase, you're trying to buff up your minions, and you're trying to win the game. You have multiple ways to buff up your minions with the current version, because in addition to Grim Rally, you've also gotten two very good invoke cards in Dragonblight Cultist and Fiendish Rites, and Fiendish Rites is a buff card, give your minions +1 attack. So Fiendish Rites, Grim Rallies, you can really buff up the attack of your minions for some rapid hits. When you're playing the budget version, you don't have access to Gronks, which is kind of unfortunate. +2/+2 board-wide buff is really good. And you're also missing out on Sea Giants. It's of course also a little bit sucks, because getting those 8/8s on the board would make the deck even more enjoyable. But when you don't have those tools, you need to work with what you've got to face the meta. And that's why I'm running 2 copies of Spellbreaker in the deck. Spellbreaker Silence Effects is something that I occasionally run in budget decks. Sometimes I cut it depending on meta, sometimes I add it. Having a Silence Effect, if the meta is right, so that you generally would like to have a silence effect, but maybe you don't have enough space in a more expensive deck that has just so many big threats, that having those big threats outvalues having a silence effect. But in a budget deck in a meta like that, and this is one of those meta games, silence effect can just be really good, because it can help you against rogues, it can help you against priests. Just a great thing to have. And I'm also running 1 copy of Acidic Swamp Ooze, so I can take away some weapons and protect my board a little bit, protect my face a little bit. So what I'm losing in pure power, because I don't have all the expensive cards, I try to make up for that by making smart tech choices that then allow me to win games. As for the mulligans with this deck, the key cards to mulligan for are the Dragonblight Cultist and Fiendish Rites. These 3 mana invoke cards are just incredibly powerful, and in addition to these you want some 1-drops. Battle Mage, Flame Imp, Voidwalker. There are also occasions when you can keep like Beaming Sidekick alongside some other good stuff. Then there's like Evil Genius Scarabeg. If you have both of those, yeah, that's a potential keep, but for the most part it's the 3-drops and then the 1-drops. And then you just try to curve out, be very aggressive, and win the game. If you enjoy this content, you can support the channel by joining as a subscriber or member on YouTube and joining as a follower or subscriber on Twitch. And now, let's go take a look at Budget Galakrond Zoolock in action. Now we can try this. Let's go. Warrior has a lot of tools though.
Happy Feast of Winterfell!
Happy Squelch of Winterfell, friend. For 2 mana, does he have the weapon? He does not. That's an upside. I can get rid of the Eternium Rover. Then I can play Juggler, Coin, Voidwalker to protect the Juggler a little bit. So if he has like some kind of invocation card here, it doesn't touch Juggler. He could still play Awaken or something. Do I want to trade this and deny card draw? Serious question. Very serious question. I think I do. I think I need to trade it away, then deny some card draw. A little bit of invoking, but Awaken is getting pretty good. I didn't have... I mean, I had like Was Battle Mage Genius an alternative? I don't think it was, because Genius eats stuff from my board. I didn't want that to happen. Yeah, that's a good one now too. Now he does have to choose between the Juggler or the 5-1, so he has to kill the 5-1. Which is a little bit... it's something at least. If I lose Carabic Genius. I mean, he could have Awaken. It's going to do a lot of good stuff. But we just need to push. I need to push as much as I can. Awaken clears all but one minion already, but if he had it, he would have played it earlier, right? So I don't think he had it.
I will act as your scale, Dragon Lord.
Now I can finally kill off the Knife Juggler. Okay, can I find a little bit of damage, please? Nope, that's not it. A little bit of damage, please. Nope, that's not it either. Well, that hurts. Have to push in 5 damage to that one. I can have this, I can have 6 health. Then it survives. I guess it's something. So it can trade there and live. These trade there, these are going face. And then a Flame Imp is coming down. This is not good enough right now. This is not good enough. 2 invokes have been used, so he can play the Scion now. And Scion kills a lot of stuff here. If he has 2 Scions, that's a board clear. And he gets to keep a big board, and that's game over. I still think I made the optimal choices. Life of course could have been better. What if I sacrificed this and made this a 3-6? A couple of Scions would still deal with it. Okay, is there a Scion now? There is the Scion. That was the best card he could have. I was obviously concerned that he was going to have that exact card. Oh, that's an interesting card though. We'll still have to trade away the Scion, right? I guess.
So many possibilities.
Do I trade away both of them? What if he turns these into 4-4? Trades and then turns it into a 4-4. Faceless Corruptor play. That's a little scary. We'll see. I'll trade away the Scion. These are going face. Let's see. He could find the Awaken. I mean, at some point he's going to find the Awaken or Whirlwind or some kind of effect like that. So now we're basically trusting that he doesn't have it. I'm forcing him to have good stuff. If he doesn't have good stuff, he's dead. So the question is, do you have good stuff? We're about to find out. Do you have good stuff? Yes, some decent stuff. If I pop this, well, we'll see. Need to tap. Need more resources. Oh, Grim Rally is nice. That's the Cultist. And then it's the Grim Rally. And with the power of Grim Rally I can do a trade with that. And then I can value trade that and push face. So now he needs something with Rush again. Another Scion would be perfect. Single Awaken doesn't do anything now. Everything has 2 health. Okay, so he's... hopefully he's just trying to find a damage lackey.
Your flaws are your strength.
Double time and double pay.
Well, Rush lackey is... Alright. Is this going to be a mirror? Or is it a handlock?
Shall be mine.
I'm intrigued either way.
Your nightmare.
Yeah, let's roll. Let's see what happens here. That will be interesting. Are we in a mirror? If you're in a mirror, there is the downside that I'm playing a full budget list. Does not look like a mirror. Okay. But more likely handlock. Kept a couple of cards. So... it is a mirror. Okay. So I assume he's going to be able to buff it this next turn. I don't want to hit into this because then he could buff the 1/1s. So how do I do this? I mean, I guess I do it with the Void Walker. Sidekick on the Flame Imp. Go in the Battle Mage, push face. I think this is the line. Because if he just gave +1 attack, if I pop the egg, gave him the Scarabs, he gave them +1 attack, I would not be able to do many useful things. That would have been the worst case scenario. Now he needs a good lackey. Rush lackey. Rush lackey would be the best, and he could value trade with the... Okay, that's not bad. Just isn't quite as good. Oh, this one was a great top deck. A fabulous top deck indeed. Because now I can trade that. And then I can just... I can just trade off most of his board here. So that he can buff his board in order to fight back. That was a key moment. Not yet the Faceless Corruptor turn. Can't get the 4/4s out there. Needs to play an Invoke card probably. And an Invoke card just doesn't have quite the same strength. Although Sea Giant is pretty good. That's something I don't have. Do I trade it away? Do I try to go face? Oh, that Sea Giant made this game a lot more interesting, because I don't have access to a card like that. I have the option to trade away the whole board, or push 14 to face. I think I'm going 14 to face. I think we'll try this. Because that's a lot he needs to trade into. And his health total is now very low, so can he handle it? I had the option to try to trade the Sea Giant, but I figured that if I go for that line, it just won't be good enough. That then I will get a little bit of board here, but he will be able to take the initiative. But I felt this was going to make it much harder for him. So that's a lackey that he's thinking of playing. But he opted not to. Actually, I could push 5. No, I'll just trade here. I'll just trade there first. I think this is okay. This will still push a lot of damage. And this will take away his entire board too. So he could have a lackey plus Faceless Corruptor. Okay, now there's the lackey that he was thinking of playing last turn. What is the lackey? Well, that was pretty desperate, but I guess he was in a pretty desperate position, so... Alright. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.